And sometimes they would only provide Jagannath Mahaprasadam. And Kaviraj Goswami also very much elaborates on prasadam taking pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kaviraj Goswami, he must have been quite an excellent cook. Or at least, if not an excellent cook, he heard from Raghunath Das Goswami about so many different preparations of the night, so many different chutneys, so many different pickles, so many different sweets. Sometimes he goes on page after page after page, just talking about these nice items. So prasadam, honoring the Lord's prasadam, is a very integral part of the life of Lord Chaitanya's devotees. And similarly, it is an integral part of our lives. Many times, some of the main association we get is when we sit and take prasadam together. Because at other times we're busy with our services and so on. So we have the opportunity to sit and take. Okay. At the end of the year, all the devotees from Bengal, headed by Advaita Acharya, again came to see the Lord. Indeed, there would be a great rush of devotees moving towards Jagannath Puri. When all the devotees from Bengal arrived, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would allot them residential quarters, and Shivananda Sain was put in charge of their maintenance. It appears as though there was very good management of the devotees coming. A dog accompanied Shivananda Sain and the devotees, and that dog was so fortunate that after seeing the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was liberated and went back home, back to Godhead. So you know that story in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There was the whole Kirtan party was going, and one dog joined the party. I mean, it's just from a village or something. This dog took up with the Vaishnavas, and he started going on Kirtan also with the Vaishnavas. And Shivananda Sain, because he was a very kind-hearted Vaishnava, he became very affectionate to the dog. So he would always see that the dog was having sufficient prasad. And then one day, Shivananda Sain, he had to go ahead of the party because they were going to be crossing some rivers or something like that, and he had to pay the boat charges or the toll tax or something like that. And when he came back, the dog wasn't there. And he became upset. He said, "Where's the dog?" And he sent a number of men out looking for the dog, but no one could find the dog. So they assumed that the dog had just gone his own way. Then when their party reached Jagannath Puri, when they went in to see Lord Chaitanya, the dog was there. And Lord Chaitanya was, in Mayapur, or like in tropical places, you can take the coconut water, and then they crack the coconut and they have the soft malai inside. So Lord Chaitanya was having the malai from the coconut. He would take a bite of the soft malai, and he would toss it to Puchi Uchi. And Puchi would snap it up, And then after the Puchi had taken Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprasad, Lord Chaitanya Puchi said, "Chant and dance." Chant and dance. And then the Puchi stood up and started chanting Hare Krishna. And the devotees saw that. And the devotees, they were all amazed. And then the Puchi, sometime later, he gave up his body and he went directly, they said when the Pucci gave up his body, he immediately developed a spiritual form and he went back to Godhead. So that's such nice mercy from, again, mercy of Vaishnavas. The Pucci, he joined in the team with Vaishnavas and he received the mercy of Shivananda Singh, kind blessings of a good Vaishnava, and by Vaishnava's kind blessings, he went directly to Lord Chaitanya, and by Lord Chaitanya's grace, he went to the spiritual world. This is a nice process that can work for everyone. It can work for Puccis, it can work for us. Everyone met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya on his way to Varanasi. That's very interesting. Okay, Sarvabhauma, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That's a very interesting verse. It's just something very, on the one hand, is talking about the devotees from Bengal arriving, and then the dog, and then there's a verse that says everyone that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya on his way to Varanasi. It's sort of, I can't understand why that's there. I guess I have to just research. After arriving at Jagannath Puri, all the Vaishnavas met with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sported in the water, taking all the devotees with him. First, the Lord washed the temple of Gundicha very thoroughly, and everyone saw the Rath-yatra festival and the Lord's dancing before the cars. In the garden along the road to the Jagannath temple, Lord Chaitanya performed various pastimes. A Brahmin named Krishnadas performed the bathing ceremony of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After dancing in the Gundicha temple, the Lord sported in the water with his devotees. On the Hera Panchami day, they all saw the activities of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. On Janmashtami, Lord Krishna's birthday, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dressed himself as a cowherd boy. At that time, he carried a balance with pots of yogurt on either side, and he twirled a rod in his hand. Lord Chaitanya was playing some drama. And Lord Chaitanya got into the bhavana of Bala Gopal on Janmashtami. He dressed himself as a cowherd boy, was carrying pots of yogurt, and like cowherd boys, they have their sticks that they spin in their fingers. Lord Chaitanya was doing that also. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bade farewell to all the devotees from Gaudadesh and continued chanting with his intimate devotees who constantly remained with him. To visit Vrindavan, the Lord went to Gaudadesh. On the way, King Prataparudra performed a variety of services to please the Lord. On the way to Vrindavan, via Bengal, there was an incident wherein some cloth was exchanged with Puri and Goswami. Sri Ramananda Roy accompanied the Lord as far as the city of Bhadraka. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached Vidyanagar, Bengal, on the way to Vrindavan, he stopped at the house of Vidyapachaspati, the brother of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When Lord Chaitanya suddenly arrived there, great crowds of people gathered. Okay, so when Lord Chaitanya reached Vidyanagar, Bengal, on the way to Vrindavan, he stopped at the house of Vidyapachaspati. Does anyone know Vidyanagar in Mayapur? Mangachi, do you know Mangachi? It's on the other side of the Ganga, and you visit that place on Parikrama. Vijayanagar is a beautiful place, and that's where Vidyavachaspati was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teacher when Lord Chaitanya was in school. And he's the brother of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma had already left Navadvip